There's an old saying that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and it turns out science is proving this wisdom in ways that go far beyond what anyone expected. What you choose to eat in those first hours after waking doesn't just affect your energy levels or your waistline. It actually influences how long you'll live and how well you'll age. Welcome to Elderly Discoveries, where today we're revealing 5 breakfast choices that researchers have directly linked to increased longevity, reduced disease risk, and better quality of life in your later years. These aren't exotic foods that cost a fortune or require special preparation. They're simple, accessible choices that people in the world's longest-lived populations have been eating for generations. Let's start with something that might surprise you, especially if you've been caught up in the low-carb craze of recent years. Oatmeal, plain old-fashioned oats, is one of the most powerful longevity foods you can eat for breakfast. Now, we're not talking about those instant packets loaded with sugar and artificial flavors. We're talking about steel-cut oats or old-fashioned rolled oats that take a few minutes to prepare. The longest-lived populations in the world, from the Seventh-day Adventists in Loma Linda, California, to centenarians in Sardinia, regularly consume whole oats as part of their morning routine. The magic of oatmeal lies in a specific type of fiber called beta-glucan, which has been extensively studied for its cardiovascular benefits. This soluble fiber binds to cholesterol in your digestive tract and escorts it out of your body before it can enter your bloodstream. Multiple large-scale studies have shown that people who eat oatmeal regularly have significantly lower LDL cholesterol levels, the kind that clogs arteries and leads to heart attacks and strokes. A comprehensive analysis published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that consuming just 3 grams of beta-glucan daily, which is about 1 bowl of oatmeal, reduces total cholesterol by 5 to 10% for someone at risk of heart disease. This reduction could mean the difference between life and death, but the benefits extend far beyond cholesterol. Oatmeal has an extremely low glycemic index, meaning it releases energy slowly and steadily rather than spiking your blood sugar. This steady energy release keeps insulin levels stable, which over time dramatically reduces your risk of developing type 2 diabetes. People who eat whole grain oats for breakfast report feeling satisfied for hours, which prevents the mid-morning energy crash that leads to poor food choices later in the day. The antioxidants in oats, particularly compounds called avenanthramides, also reduce inflammation and protect against cellular damage that accelerates aging. Now let's talk about eggs, which have had a complicated reputation over the years. For decades, people were told to avoid eggs because of cholesterol concerns. But modern research has completely vindicated this incredible food. Eggs are one of nature's most perfect protein packages, containing all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to maintain muscle mass, which is absolutely crucial as you age. After 50, we naturally start losing muscle at a rate of 1 to 2% per year, a condition called sarcopenia. This muscle loss leads to frailty, falls, loss of independence, and earlier death. High-quality protein at breakfast, like that found in eggs, signals your body to preserve and build muscle tissue. A study following over 500,000 people for 16 years found no association between egg consumption and heart disease in healthy individuals. In fact, eating up to 1 egg per day was associated with lower risk of stroke and heart disease. Eggs are also one of the few natural food sources of vitamin D, which is critical for bone health, immune function, and even mood regulation. The yolk, which people use to discard, contains choline, a nutrient essential for brain health and memory function. Research from Boston University found that people with higher choline intake performed significantly better on memory tests and had lower rates of dementia. The third breakfast choice that adds years to your life is Greek yogurt. But again, we need to be specific here. We're talking about plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt with live active cultures, not the flavored varieties that contain more sugar than a candy bar. The probiotic bacteria in real yogurt have profound effects on gut health, and your gut health influences virtually every system in your body, from immune function to brain chemistry to inflammation levels. The longest-lived people in the world, particularly in regions like Bulgaria and the Caucasus Mountains, have consumed fermented dairy products for thousands of years. Modern science is discovering why this matters so much. Your gut microbiome, the community of trillions of bacteria living in your digestive tract, plays a crucial role in nutrient absorption, immune system regulation, and even neurotransmitter production. When your microbiome is diverse and balanced, you're protected against a wide range of diseases. When it's disrupted, you're vulnerable to everything from obesity to depression to autoimmune conditions. Greek yogurt provides an excellent protein boost, typically containing 15 to 20 grams per serving, which again helps preserve muscle mass. It's also rich in calcium and vitamin K2, both essential for maintaining bone density as you age. Women especially need to pay attention to bone health, as osteoporosis affects 1 in 3 women over 50. The combination of protein, probiotics, and bone-supporting nutrients makes Greek yogurt a longevity powerhouse. Research published in the British Journal of Nutrition found that people who consumed yogurt regularly had lower inflammatory markers and reduced risk of chronic diseases across the board. The fourth breakfast choice might seem too simple to be significant, but berries are absolutely extraordinary when it comes to anti-aging effects. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries are all packed with compounds called anthocyanins, which give them their deep colors and provide powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. These compounds cross the blood-brain barrier and accumulate in brain regions responsible for memory and learning. The Nurses' Health Study, which followed over 16,000 women for decades, found that those who consumed the most berries experienced significantly slower rates of cognitive decline, essentially gaining 2.5 years of younger brain function. The anti-inflammatory effects of berries also protect against heart disease, with research showing that people who eat berries regularly have lower blood pressure, better arterial function, and reduced risk of heart attacks. Berries are also among the lowest glycemic fruits, making them perfect for blood sugar control. What makes berries especially valuable for breakfast is that they pair beautifully with the other longevity foods we've discussed. Adding berries to your oatmeal or Greek yogurt creates a synergistic effect where the benefits multiply. The fiber in oats slows the absorption of the natural sugars in berries, while the probiotics in yogurt may enhance the absorption of antioxidants from the berries. You're creating a breakfast that fights aging on multiple fronts simultaneously. The fifth breakfast choice is nuts, particularly walnuts and almonds, which have been directly linked to increased lifespan in multiple studies. The Adventist Health Study, which examined the dietary habits of over 30,000 Seventh-day Adventists, found that people who ate nuts 5 or more times per week lived an average of 2 to 3 years longer than those who rarely ate nuts. Think about that for a moment. Something as simple as eating a handful of nuts regularly is associated with gaining years of life. Walnuts are unique among nuts because they're exceptionally high in omega-3 fatty acids, the same beneficial fats found in fish that reduce inflammation and protect brain function. Almonds provide vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that protects cell membranes from damage, along with magnesium, which most older adults don't get enough of. Magnesium is crucial for heart rhythm, blood pressure regulation, bone health, and even sleep quality. The healthy fats in nuts also increase satiety and help you absorb fat-soluble vitamins from other foods in your breakfast. Despite being calorie-dense, numerous studies have shown that people who eat nuts regularly tend to weigh less than those who avoid them, probably because the nuts keep them satisfied and prevent overeating later. Adding a quarter cup of mixed nuts to your breakfast routine provides sustained energy, protects your cardiovascular system, supports brain health, and according to the research, may literally add years to your life. Now here's what makes these 5 choices so powerful when combined. Breakfast establishes your metabolic tone for the entire day. When you start with refined carbohydrates and sugar, your blood sugar spikes and crashes, triggering cravings and poor choices for hours afterward. But when you start with the combination of complex carbohydrates from oats, high-quality protein from eggs and Greek yogurt, antioxidants from berries, and healthy fats from nuts, You create stable blood sugar, sustained energy, reduced inflammation, and powerful cellular protection. The people living in blue zones, those regions where reaching 100 in good health is common, don't eat donuts and sugary cereals for breakfast. They eat variations of exactly what we described: whole grains, protein sources like eggs or yogurt, fresh fruits, and nuts or seeds. They understood intuitively what science is now proving through rigorous research. Making these breakfast choices doesn't require a complete life overhaul. You can start tomorrow morning with a bowl of oatmeal topped with berries and nuts. You can have Greek yogurt with sliced almonds and strawberries. You can make an omelet with vegetables and have it alongside some oatmeal and blueberries. The combinations are endless, and they're all delicious when you give your taste buds time to adjust away from hyper-sweetened processed foods. Your breakfast choices are sending signals to every cell in your body about how to behave throughout the day. Choose foods that promote inflammation, blood sugar chaos, and cellular damage, and you're accelerating aging with every bite. Choose foods that reduce inflammation, stabilize energy, and protect your cells, and you're investing in a longer, healthier, more vibrant life. The evidence is clear. The 5 breakfast choices we've discussed today: oatmeal, eggs, Greek yogurt, berries, and nuts, are directly linked to the kind of aging we all want: longer life with better health. Thanks for joining us on Elderly Discoveries, where we bring you practical, science-backed wisdom for living your best years ahead.